What's up guys, it's your boy Tresh, and today I'm gonna be talking about the Monster Hunter Rise demo that got off the air yesterday. Now, should I have done this video while the demo was still fresh? Yes, but I also wanted to give everyone their time to try it out and have their own ideas, and now I can put my own out. I'm also gonna try to keep this video a little bit shorter than the usual. I'm gonna try to do that from now on, and today's video especially, I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit calmer than what I usually do. This video is about Monster Hunter Rise, the next Monster Hunter game coming out on Twitch. I'm gonna have some footage running in the background so you're not just staring at my ugly mug. I'm not gonna be going in depth about mechanics and the new things. Eventually, if I make a review video on it, I will talk about it. However, I'm just gonna go over the things that I really like. The new mobility is a no-brainer. You either love it or you hate it. Personally, I love it. Not only the sling bugs, but having the possibility of having the dog with you at all times, but especially the sling bugs, make it so that there's no more boring slow weapons, so to say, right? My main weapon is Greatsword, and even though I do love that weapon, the big issue that it has is that I can either hit for 1,000 damage or I can miss for 1,000 damage. And then I will spend half of the time just trying to fix my positioning. But it's pretty great that in Monster Hunter Rise, if I miss, you know, just cheat back your weapon, and with the press of 2 buttons, I'm back in front of the monster. I love that. Same for Heavy Bowgun. It feels great because of the mobility. I'm not gonna go in depth with the weapons, but personally, I'm gonna say that every weapon that I used to play in every other game, I like it a lot in this game, maybe even a little bit more, especially Hunting Horn, which is in everybody's hearts. Another thing I really like is the fact that online everybody gets to have their palico with them. It was something that I didn't like in World, and I felt like it was completely useless to gear up my palico, because if I was often in a lobby with 4 people party, the cats would be taken completely out of the situation. And now everybody can have either the cat or the dog with them, and I feel like that's gonna be a game changer, especially for raids. Eventually, if we get raids, I think having the cat with you will save quite some lives. Going back to the weapons, the new Wirebug abilities are pretty cool. They remind me a lot of the arts in Monster Hunter GU. I feel like that's anyone that has played GU feels that way, and I like it. I want to see more of it, because apparently we didn't have all the Wirebug abilities that we're gonna have in the final game, so I'm curious to see what else is in store for us. Also, having the dog with us, or being a possibility to have the Palamute with us, means that the hunt is way more focused on the hunt itself and not on chasing the monster and trying to find them. I like that a lot. That was something I didn't like in GU. That's also something that was okay in World and then got fixed with Iceborne after a while, but I like that everything is so fast-paced now. It's about fighting the monster, not about trying to find them for 30 minutes. Exaggerating, of course. Also, about riding, Wyvern riding. An interesting concept. I feel a bit sad that we don't get to have, you know, mounted monsters like we used to have in every other game, or at least, you know, in GU and World. But that's fine. You know, I'm all up for changes. I've tried it in the demo, of course. Went full Ratatouille. I enjoyed it a lot, and I think it's gonna open path to some very interesting fighting mechanics and some very interesting strategies. But it does have a downside in my point of view, and I'll get into it in a second. Another thing I really liked was the Endemic life. Endemic life in GU is used mostly for crafting, right? And in World, not 100% for crafting, but most of the time. Now, besides being able to pick up stuff like dung beetles that will give different ailments to the monster, which is, to be honest, my favorite Endemic life change, there's also permabuffs, which besides eating to get buffs like you do always, you also get the chance to power up your character while inside the hunt. So that's great. Picking up the little birds and making your own route, like I did. I made my own route to know, like, okay, I'm on my way to meet Tsusune in the demo. What can I do to pick up the highest amount of these birds? And I did. And then I told the people that were playing with me, and some of them started using the same route. And I feel like that's gonna be endgame meta, to try and pick up as many on your way to the monster and then kill it. Last thing on the good list side of this, more layout controls customization. GU does give you some customization, but not really. It's like most pre-made stuff. World, it's another conversation, because if you're playing on PC, you can always change whatever you want, however you want, right? On PlayStation, not so much. But now, thankfully, there's a lot of customization on our controls. I didn't like the layout on how I had to call my dog and how I was using my quick items, because, you know, since I'm not making the radial menu, which is also in this game, I'm not really used to that radial menu. So I was using the slider for the items, because I'm used from GU. And then so I just kept it that way. I just swapped the way that they worked, and that was a game changer immediately for me. So I really appreciate that customization was kept in mind. Otherwise, I would have to mess with the Switch original controls in order to enjoy the game that way. Now for the bad things, they're not too bad, and some of them might just be nitpicking. So talking about the dogs, yeah, it is great that we can take our pets into the hunt, and I won't go back on that. I think that it's amazing. It's really good, and it validates the character building. However, 4 people and 4 dogs, it's too much. There's too much flashiness, there's too much effects going around, there's too much noise, and I mean visual noise. Maybe something can get done when it comes to that. I don't know what, of course, that's up to Capcom. They usually don't like changing things that much. However, I feel like, yeah, there is a lot of visual noise, and I hope something gets done about that, because it's a bit overwhelming when we're playing online. When it's 2 people and 2 dogs, it's absolutely fine. When it's you on your own, it's absolutely fine, but when it's 4 people, it's a little bit too much. Also, I was talking about the Wyvern riding. The controls on it are a bit weird, but that might just be something that I have to get used to. I was kind of used to it in the end, but I just felt like I was mounting the monster to bonk it against walls or bonk it against another monster, and not really using him to fight another monster, because it just felt delayed and slow. So maybe that can be a little bit tweaked. Also, it does feel like I'm drifting like crazy when I'm trying to control the monster, but maybe that's intended. Wyvern riding is 1% what your hunt is gonna be. It doesn't seem like it's as often as mounting, but maybe it will change with skills. But yeah, I feel like that should be tweaked. And still, talking about the Wyvern riding, the fact that to mount, let's say I'm playing longsword, right, and I'm in the middle of building up my sword meter. Now someone else, while I'm doing that, procs the monster, or even I, procs the monster to become available to ride. Now, if I'm building up my meter, if I'm attacking, I'm gonna mount the monster, and that's gonna screw with the flow of my fight. Personally, not a fan of that. I felt like there should be a designated button. Even if it's the roll button or something, there should be another designated button besides the attack button that will make you mount the monster. That's my little nitpick about that system. And I did like how the control layout was possible to be tweaked, to be customized. But what I didn't like, since I played the game mostly docked, everything's too big on my screen. The map occupies too much space because it's a long map. It feels like, it feels like Portugal's map. There's just too much noise on the screen, and I hope that we get to tweak the UI scale, because when you're playing on portable mode, I understand things have to be bigger so you can read them out better when you're looking down on them. But when it's docked, it's a bit weird. Everything's a bit too big, especially the damage numbers that were very invasive. Again, I feel like it's so you can read them better when you're playing them portable, but when you're docked, I feel like there should be different settings that you could put out. But again, it's not a full game, right? So it's just a demo, and maybe things will be changed down the line. What really worried me as well, playing Greatsword, is the fact that there's no rumble. Sure, GU doesn't have rumble, at least weapon rumble when you're charging up your, let's see, your true charge on your Greatsword. I got so used to that in World that it's really weird that now I don't have it in this game. Again, that might have been a demo choice. I don't see a reason why not to put it. Sure, they want to save our batteries, but we can always turn that off. I really hope that's something that comes back and stays, because I really like that, and I really got used to playing like that. If not, nothing of these things are gonna make me drop the game. It's just that, I wish it was there on the demo as well. And that's it. That's my impression of the demo. That's the things I liked and the things I didn't like. If there's something that you thought that it was really good, or you really hated in the game as well, just let me know. Let me know where you're coming from. If there's any questions you have, maybe. Also, drop them in the comments. I read everything. If you ask me, will I be getting the game? Day one, no brainer. For sure, I will be getting it. I'm super excited for it, and I can't wait to dig into it and spend hundreds of hours in it again. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, like, sub, comment, subscribe, share. 5 days a week I'm on Twitch, either playing games or drawing. So if you like that, check out the links below. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned.